It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. We had an absolute blast. I lost my voice a little yelling all night long.
Yep.
But it's so great. Crozier, you did an outstanding job.
Thank you, sir.
Angel you got an A+. Angel got an F. She didn't show up. Is Angel with us tonight?
She is not.
Oh, boy. What happened to her? I thought she was going to come by. Remember the sandals were going to come by? I'll run.
Good
I don't
point.
know. Do I have to drive down to Orange County to look for another cast member of the show? Gotta get on my horse again. Angel!
Someone else who sells sandals or makes sandals?
Yeah, has anyone seen Angel? She's out paddleboarding. Well, it's midnight. What is she doing out there? Bellio, an outstanding job last night with you, little buddy. You really put the whole show together, and everybody is so happy to see you. Dr. Ray said you're the perfect host.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Which means you probably picked up a tab. Tipped a guy big, right?
Maybe.
I had a $10 bill in my hand to tip the waiter, and I couldn't find him. Didn't look a lot, and I still have it in my pocket.
You stiffed the waiter?
Well, I didn't stiff him. I still have it in my pocket. He's not stiffed yet. I mean, I
still have the money, so he's not stiffed.
Yeah, look.
So the intention is still there.
Here's the money right there. See, there's $10. Okay. I still have it. I just I didn't know. I got to ask Bruno who it was. But I will say this about the White House restaurant. And I'm not getting paid to say this. Nobody got paid to be there yesterday. It was all for charity. But I will say this. There has to be, when Bruno hires somebody for that restaurant, part of that interview has to be how positive and upbeat those employees are. It has to be that. Yep. It has to be included, because each and every employee who works for that organization, whether it's on the charity side, whether it's on the publicity side, whether it's in the restaurant, the back, the kitchen, the busboys, every single person, without exception, is a very kind soul and is always willing to help and always asking if we need anything. And I've never experienced anything like that.
And it feels completely natural.
Yes.
How nice they are. Like they talk about, you've heard at Trader Joe's, they train the cashiers to have conversations with you and be a little cordial.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that's what I've heard, is that part of the training is.
It's part of his hospitality program.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they got it down because it doesn't feel forced. So all of them just seem like the most genuinely nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Trader Joe's does that though.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Wow, we got to do that here.
Yeah.
I mean, not on the show.
How well that's going to work.
In the halls.
I mean, the Angels just not show up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, no.
I thought Deborah Mark was great. And I think that, John doing the show by himself is good when he's here and just doing news. But when he's in public, he needs somebody there to help him, with the crowd and have a conversation with everybody. And I thought Deborah Mark hit a home run yesterday doing that.
She softens him up. Yeah.
And she's almost acts like a co-host. And she should be co-hosting that show every night, John. See how far that goes.
Nice shot, though.
Deborah should be sitting in here, not doing news every night, co-hosting that show. It's the John and Deborah show. And then when Deborah's on vacation or sick, his wife can come in because her name's Deborah, too.
That's perfect.
Yeah. My wife put all those baskets together. I got to thank her. That was amazing, because without her, all of my crap that I was giving away would have just been all over the place.
Yeah.
Been like a yard sale.
You probably would have just shoved them in grocery bags and stuff. Right. And she made them look so professional.
That's right.
And, people loved them.
And how much money did we raise overall? Do you have the total?
$955,000.
Whoa!
But they're still
it's
coming
well
in.
over. Yeah. I talked to Michelle just a little bit ago because I asked her, do we have updated numbers? She says, no, they're still kind of from last night, and there's still tons more to add in. And I said, is it okay if we say over $1 million? She goes, oh, yeah. Easy.
Oh, good. Okay, we're over $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty positive at that.
And also, are the auctions closed, or are they still going?
Auctions closed, I think, at 10 last night.
Yeah.
Oh, they did? Okay. All right. So auctions are closed, but... I think there's still ways to donate. Wendy's, Smart and Final, Wild Fork, and on our website. So if you'd like to do that. But $1 million is great. I mean, that is and that really is amazing, considering, the economy is tight for a lot of people. And for people to come out like that, beautiful, just beautiful.
Can I say hi to two listeners to Afton and Simone. I want to give them a big shout out.
That's cool. That's cool. Tim Cates came in today and he goes, hey, thank you for not mentioning me. I didn't want to donate and then get mentioned. I didn't do it for that reason. I just want to do it anonymously.
Was that 150 grand?
That's it. Yeah. Nice. It was from Tim Cates.
He's such a giver.
Yeah. Then I looked it up and it's not from him at all.
Oh.
Yeah. So he just, this happened to me last night. This is crazy. So I leave there. I'm exhausted because I've been up all day. And Bruno was nice enough to give me 4 pasta meals to take home. Woo. Me, my wife, my daughter, and there's an extra one for the neighbor or something. Who knows? And I'm driving. I leave the area. I leave the restaurant and leave the vicinity. I leave the property, and I pull over to eat one of those meals because I can smell it in the back.
You couldn't wait?
I do not have the willpower to go back to Burbank with that smell.
I got one to go myself, and it was a tough ride home. Yeah, it was a very tough ride because that just emanates in the car. It's so good.
So I'm eating it at the gas station there.
Jeez.
Like a hobo.
That's right. That's exactly right. I'm eating it at the gas station on Ball and Harbor. You know, where you get on the freeway there?
You made it like 3 blocks.
Yeah, like 3 blocks. Yeah, exactly. I'm 3 blocks. So I'm eating at the gas station. I'm eating. I finish it.
No.
I throw it in the trash can between the 2 pumps. I'm not parked on the pumps. I'm parked off the side. And I go get another one. I open it up and I start banging on that one too. So I'm a meal and a half into this thing at a gas station at 9:30 at night. And
I'd love to see the security video from that gas station.
So I get in my car to drive off, and I get on the freeway, and I'm driving, and the interior dome lights are not going off. And I'm trying everything, and you can't drive a car on the freeway at night with those dome lights on. I think it's illegal, and it's really distracting. And so I pull off the freeway to figure out how to do this. I open all the doors, close all the doors. I open the hatch, close the hatch. I hit all the buttons. I shut the car off. I turn it back on. And these dome lights are still on. I can't figure out how to shut these effing things off. So there was a highway patrol guy there, probably about 50 feet in front of me. I don't know, finishing a ticket, whatever. And I pull up in front of him. I didn't want to scare him. I pull up in front of him. And I wave to him. And he gets out of his car. And I said, Can you give me a hand? You're probably great with cars. And he goes, I know my way around cars. Did it break down? No, it didn't break down. Oh, he goes, you got a flat tire? No, I don't, sir. Can't shut the dome lights off in the car.
That's a new one.
And then I thought to myself, oh, thank God I wasn't drinking, because drunks probably do that. They pull over and they ask the highway patrol a dumb question. And then they get hauled away. I'm like, oh, thank God. He reaches into my car without getting in. It hits a button right next between those 2 lights. Boom, they go off.
Oh, he reached like past you.
He reached right by me.
And is he going to smack me?
and he goes, there you go, sir. Enjoy your evening. And he must have walked away thinking, this guy's got to stop driving. This guy has got to stop driving. But, man, I bet he smelled those pasta meals and went right back to the White House. I bet that's exactly what happened. All right, we've got a lot of news today. We're going to get into all the news. We've got a new trend in L.A., which is not exciting. It's kids killing their parents. So another thing to look out for in Los Angeles. Your kids could wipe you out. We got 2 of those stories today. 2 of kids wiping out their parents. 2 in the last couple of days. It's unreal. All right, we're live on KFI. We got also a freeway update. The 5 is a mess. Bellio's are you at the 5 desk?
Tim, I'm at the 5 desk.
5 desk. Okay.
I think they are clear. There were some metal sheets that had fallen into the right lane on the 5 here at 134, and I think they're clearing them up. So that traffic jam is going to keep moving along.
Is that northbound or southbound? I think it was northbound.
We have the audio. So
we do? Okay. All right.
Back to you, Tim.
Okay, thank you. Bellio's at the 5 desk, the I-5 desk.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
We're going to talk about the Clippers here in a second, but first an update on the freeways. The 5 freeway is a very important freeway in Southern California for people going to and from Newhall, Valencia and Simi Valley, because you take the 5 to get up to the 118. The north end of the valley, Palmdale, Lancaster. Is that enough? Is that enough? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's find out what's going on with this 5 freeway and who goofed.
Hazard, there are metal sheets that fell into lanes here off of this big rig truck. You can see workers there getting the last of the load put back onto the truck right now, but that has caused a signal alert here for the northbound 5 freeway just past the 134. Let me come over to the northbound side of the 5 freeway and show you the traffic. Traffic's being diverted onto the 134 freeway, but right now they just now opened the lanes to the northbound 5 freeway, but it is a mess all the way back to the East LA interchange.
Okay, so what they were doing, they closed the 5 for a little while, and they're diverting everybody east and west on the 134. So if you go west on the 134, you'll take the 170 to get back on the 5. If you go east, you got to get on the 2 to the 210 and then back on the 5, which is about 20 miles out of your way at least. So it sucks.
Traffic jam there, so they should be seeing some relief here shortly for those lanes of traffic. But in the meantime, that 5 northbound is ruined right now as you get into the rush hour. I can tell you that the eastbound 134 freeway is also jammed. It looks like people are taking the eastbound 134, getting off and coming back westbound and trying to get back onto the 5 that way. But
okay, that's a good idea. That's not bad. Get off at Pacific or Grand and then get back on the 134 westbound to the 5 northbound. That's a cool idea.
For now, it looks like they've just reopened the lanes now, and they have all that debris off the road, and they should be getting things back to normal here on the 5 northbound. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5.
Okay, and there's a great on Pacific, and the 134 is my Jack in the Box. I passed 2 or 3 Jack in the Boxes on the way to get to that one because the food is always hot, always fresh. The Jack in the Box on Pacific, just north of the 134 freeway.
I passed a CHP motorcycle crash this morning in Glendale.
Ooh.
On the way in. They were just cleaning it up. I think he was injured, but they didn't give any real details on the officer. But yeah, it was going westbound on 134 in Glendale.
Well, we'll get some find some information out and see how that lad is doing. But yeah, the 5 freeway is very important for a lot of people. So we got to keep people updated. And the guy who tied those metal plates down on that truck, let's find out who he is. And somebody needs to give him a little kick in the balls for that, because he tied up a lot of people's lives. He didn't put those plates on properly. And he needs either a flick with a finger or a bear kick in the balls.
A little ruler to the knuckles.
Yeah, so they don't do that again, right?
Don't you think that's happening a lot? Like a lot of stuff, ladders and stuff.
Yes,
stuff a lot. Like, and people aren't tying stuff down.
And they all need a flick with the pointer finger right in the balls, just right in the balls. So they get them, wake them up. So they tie all this crap down. We've got places to go. We can't sit around and wait for these plates to be picked up. We got to go. All right, the Duke is with us. The Duke of Sports. How you, Bo? Buddy, I woke up to crazy news with the Clippers.
So did I.
What's going on with these Clippers?
Well, they sent Chris Paul home in the middle of an East Coast road trip.
Do you think he flew private home?
He definitely flew private home. I don't think he was flying Southwest.
But what a trip home.
I mean, listen, like a week or two ago,
they kicked him off the team.
Yeah, they kicked him off the team. But a week or two ago, he announced basically that this was going to be his last season. He was going to retire at the end of the year. He was going to have a farewell tour, this whole thing. That he signed back with the Clippers this offseason. It was his first time being back with the team since the Lob City era. He'd bounced around a couple of teams since then.
Right.
And everyone during the offseason that was a Clippers fan was so excited to have Chris Paul back. It's like, oh, great. He's arguably the greatest Clipper of all time in terms of players who have played for the franchise.
Right.
And now the Clippers, they're about to tip off their game tonight, but they're 5-16 heading into the game tonight. They're second to last place in the Western Conference. They had all of these expectations coming into the year. A lot of national media pundits were putting them to maybe even win the Western Conference. And they have this poor start to the year. Chris Paul's not getting any minutes really off the bench. He's got low stats, and
he signed for a very low amount of money. For him.
It was just a 1-year deal. Yeah, it was like a 1-year deal, nothing crazy. But apparently, according to all of the reports, the team basically got sick of him calling out their mediocrity.
Really?
He was reportedly from Chris Haynes and then Shams Charania from ESPN. Apparently, he was basically trying to hold players accountable for their mistakes. He was trying to hold coaches accountable for their mistakes. And then what really apparently was the straw that broke the camel's back was he was trying to hold front office people
good night.
accountable for their mistakes.
That's a wrap.
And they said, you know what? You can go on home. And technically, he is still part of the Clippers team. He just
doesn't feel a lot like it.
Yeah, they just sent him home. They can't technically cut him until December 15th for contract purposes and legalities and league rules.
Right. Do you think he ever plays again?
I think they'll probably try and maybe work out a trade partnership or maybe a buyout, and he can choose his own team.
It sounds like he still has fire in the belly, though, to win.
I would say so. I mean, listen, for Chris Paul's entire career, it's been known he is not one to keep his mouth shut when things aren't up to par.
Right. That's what you need on the team.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you bring in a guy like Chris Paul into a locker room at this stage of his career to be that veteran presence, to teach the young guys, mentor them, and all of that. And
that's what Bellio does here. When when the show starts to slide, she blows up on everybody.
Yeah.
But we need it. We need it here. But look, if he had hair, Steve Ballmer would be pulling all of it out right now.
Well, listen, here's the thing.
Brand new stadium, a brand new logo, brand new take on life. Everything's great, and 5-16.
But the Clippers continue to do this to themselves. I mean, listen, in 2017 in July, they signed Blake Griffin to a 5-year, $173 million deal.
Wow.
Part of that recruiting pitch, they did a whole fake jersey retirement ceremony for him, putting his jersey up in the Staples Center rafters at the time.
Oh, that's great.
By January, he was traded to Detroit, which was NBA Siberia at the time.
That's so classic.
That's a franchise cornerstone player they did that to. And now, look what they do to Chris Paul. And listen, I'm no fan of Chris Paul by any means, but I have respect for him and what he means as a NBA player and what he means to the history of the game. Sure. They are treating arguably their best player of all time like
do you think they'll retire his number?
I don't think he wants to have his jersey retired anymore by the Clippers. The whole point of him coming to the Clippers this year was it was going to be his last year, farewell tour, let's honor the Lob City era, blah, blah, blah.
And now it's
December 3rd, they kick him to the curb.
Here's a quick quiz. You probably know the answer to that. How many numbers have the Clippers retired since 1978?
78. Well, if you carry the 1, subtract the 3.
Right.
0.
That's right. 0. They don't have a retired jersey.
Yeah.
There's no I could go into the Clippers tonight and be any number I'd like. That's wild. All right.
I don't know how you would have kept him. Because if he was being that disruptive and he's gone after this year, what are you doing with this season? You're throwing it away anyways.
Well, yeah.
And if Lou and the manager, Frank, are going to be the ones that are in charge of turning it around, get rid of the most disruptive guy.
Yeah, supposedly Ty Lue and Chris Paul hadn't been on speaking terms for several weeks, and we're only 21 games into the season. And
Crozier, you used to be a huge Clipper fan.
Yeah.
You had season seats, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. All right. Well, they'll get it together.
I don't know about that.
Very close to turning it around. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming in. The Duke of Sports on social media.
Anytime.
The Duke of Sports. I watched that Dodger game again last night. I watch it every
Dodgers just signed Miguel Rojas.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh,
1 year.
Yes. That was my big worry that they weren't going to sign this guy. That is fantastic news.
Yes.
That's what we should have led with. What a great...
I saved the best for last.
Oh, buddy. You got to stay. You got to stay.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, this is my favorite player in the world. Number 72. If I were to get a Dodger jersey, I'd buy this man's jersey. This is my favorite athlete in the history of sports. This Miguel Rojas. I love this man.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
The Conway Show, we just got great news from the Duke of Sports. Miguel Rojas, who hit that home run in the bottom of the ninth inning with 1 out and a 3-2 pitch, put it into the left field grandstand there. And now he's just signed a year deal?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that dude is one of my favorites of all time. When he hit that home run, I could not stop screaming. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's nice to have a lot of money because you won't have to pay for a lot of things.
That's right.
Or you won't have to worry about paying for a lot of things. But Miguel Rojas, now that I know he signed another $5.5 million deal, it's not really going to matter. He's not going to have to pay for another meal in his life in LA.
He, I'm so glad the Dodgers re-signed him because guys like me are going to go to the stadium just to try to say, get close enough to thank him for that hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play the hit. If you didn't watch the game a million times like I did and the Duke has, here is the call. Who's making the call on this?
This is Joe Davis on Fox.
Oh, Joe Davis. Okay. Joe Davis, who's the Dodger announcer, also went to Fox to do the World Series.
Yeah, he's the number one baseball announcer for the national side for Fox.
Yes, and he couldn't believe that Miguel Rojas hit this home run.
Payoff. Drilled to left field and deep. And gone! No way! Miguel Rojas!
What an insult. Well, he acted like a Girl Scout just got up and hit a home run.
Well, it's like so you said. Great. It's like you said. He's the Dodgers announcer. He's watched Miguel Rojas the entire season. Miguel Rojas is not a power hitter.
No, he's hit one home run all year off a righty. That was it,
and that was his first home run in a month.
Right.
He really hadn't played in a few weeks because of the Dodgers lineup being so great. It's like you kind of have to fit holes and find where to put them, but.
And then you also had that great play to Smith to get the out from when he was playing second base.
Yeah, and in Game 6, you had Kike throw it to him at second base to double up.
That's
to
right.
End the game, send the game to Game 7.
Miguel Rojas signs a 1-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
He's also the only player left on the Dodgers team that was part of Clayton Kershaw's no-hitter against the Rockies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was on that team.
Man, oh, man.
Back in the day.
He's been around a while.
He was wearing number 72 during that game. The reason he changed his number, he gave his number to Roki. He was 11. And when Roki signed, he gave Roki his number.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As a sign of respect.
Oh,
and he was like, I want to change back to 72, the original number I wore with the Dodgers.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, here it is again. Joe Davis. Listen to him call this home run in Game 7 at the bottom of the 9th inning.
Comes to the plate. Payoff. Drilled to left field and deep. And gone! No way! Miguel Rojas!
Did you hear the story about who caught the ball?
No, yeah, the guy that caught it lifted up real quick, and then he's like, "Oh Christ, I guess I shouldn't do that."
Well, it was a father and son who caught Rojas's home run ball and then Will Smith's ball.
Yes,
crazy.
It was an unbelievable game. I watch it every night. Every night I start, sometimes I watch it from the first. Last night I didn't. I was tired. I start it in the 8th and I go 8, 9. I fast forward through the 10th. I get to the 11th and I watch it. And my wife still can't believe I'm watching that thing every night.
Have you watched Game 7 of the World Series more or the 2021 NFC Championship game more?
It's about ding dong.
Okay.
Very close, very close. But I have both of them, and I can't stop watching. I set my DVR for 2 hours after the allotted time for the game, and it ended 15 seconds after that home run.
Oh,
how great is that? I would have not had that last inning if I didn't time it properly. That's not my luck. I just got super duper lucky on that. All right. Well, also we have some Laker news.
Yeah.
We got somebody died on the Lakers. Was it Eldon Campbell?
Yeah, Eldon Campbell. He was 57. He was part of those teams after Showtime, before Shaq and Kobe really got going. Those Lake Show teams with Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones.
Did he ever get a ring?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Was it a fishing accident?
I'm not. There's been some conflicting reports. Not a lot of information's coming out. TMZ had basically said the family said he wasn't sick, but wasn't really providing much details.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Miguel Rojas is the big news.
Miguel Rojas, Chris Paul.
That's great, man. All right. Well, ding dong, yin yang, but that's great. Miguel Rojas, 1 year on the Dodgers, $5.5 million.
Yes.
All right. That is super, man. And that is one of the greatest guys in the history of sports.
Oh, yeah.
And that play right there is unreal. Even after listening to it like 2 times right now, I still want to hear it a third time.
Payoff. Drilled to left field and deep. And gone! No way! Miguel Rojas! Dave Roberts played his gut. The guy hadn't had a hit in a month.
He honestly he's acting like a fourth grader got up there and hit a home run. No way! This guy just put it over the fence. Unbelievable. Hadn't had a hit in a month. That's great. Buddy, thanks for coming on.
Anytime. Ding
the
dong.
Duke of Sports on social media.
Yes.
All right, man. You're the best. All right, thanks for coming on.
Ding dong.
We're live on KFI. Ding dong with you.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
It is the Conway Show, and we've got some crime. We have the Simi Valley crime. This great doctor and his wife. I think he's 63. She's 66. And the son flies out from Kentucky and kills both of them in their garage in Simi Valley off a beautiful street. It's about a mile and a half southeast of the Reagan Library in a beautiful, beautiful part of Simi Valley. Guy's got a house on a cul-de-sac, the end house on a cul-de-sac with nothing but, forest behind him and greenery. He's, kicking ass in life. He's a doctor. A lot of people like this guy. And his son, allegedly, I guess they confirmed it, flew out from Kentucky, went to the house, killed both of them, then went to Chino, killed himself, burned his car, and that's a wrap. And that's another thing we have to now worry about is kids killing us. The kids that we raised wiping us out. It's a trend now in LA. It's happened twice in the last week.
Police say a husband and a wife, both in their 60s, were shot to death in their garage.
It's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy to our neighborhood and to the community in itself.
Police say the shooting took place at the home on a cul-de-sac on Hawksville Place around noon. NBC4 Investigates did obtain the calls for service, which show police have never responded to the home before Sunday's shooting.
I'll bet you the police have never responded to a home on that street ever. How about that? I'll take that bet in a heartbeat. There's never been any action on that street. And now 2 people are dead.
Police say when they arrived at the home, the couple was found shot multiple times. They were rushed to the hospital where they both died from their injuries. Detectives now believe that a black Honda Civic that left the crime scene may be linked to a possible suicide in Chino. Chino police telling NBC4 a car was set on fire yesterday and a person next to it had died. Police say the car was in the parking lot of Ayala Park.
I just remember turning around and looking back, and that's when I saw fire and all this black smoke. And within a few minutes, that's when the police and the fire department came.
The cell phone video of the fire was shared with NBC4. Simi Valley Police Department Sergeant Rick Morton says a gun was also found.
And we were able to determine through law enforcement databases that vehicle was actually in fact linked to our double homicide here in Simi Valley. Due to the fact of the condition of the subject that was located in Chino, we don't have any more information on the suspect pending some type of identification.
That's him. I've done my detective work. That's the kid that did it, and he killed his dad. I'm not sure whether the mom is the stepmom or the original mom. I couldn't figure that out. There wasn't enough information, but he's got 0 complaints against him as a doctor. He was taking patients up until last week. Beautiful life, giving to society. And then his wild kid comes out and wipes him out. Wipes out the family.
The man killed in the garage was a doctor. A statement from Adventist Health Simi Valley reads in part that the community is heartbroken.
He had a great life going. He worked in Simi Valley. He was registered in 4 or 5 hospitals around the valley. Had no complaints. Nothing but 5-star reviews. Everybody liked this guy. And when the person you least suspect is going to wipe him out is his kid. You'd think like a patient that didn't do well, blames the doctor. That happens in Los Angeles occasionally. But the kid flies out from Kentucky, and mom and dad never saw that coming.
and that Dr. Eric Cordes was a highly respected radiologist and beloved physician for nearly 30 years.
That's right. He had a beautiful $1 million house in Simi Valley, working in Simi Valley. Probably never had to leave Simi Valley. It was one of the great towns, one of the great cities in Southern California, if not the state, if not the country. Simi Valley's beautiful. It's sensational. It's a great place to raise kids, a great place to have a family, a great place to have a doctor's office and a practice out there. And it's over. It's over.
NBC4 spoke with one neighbor who was friends with the couple, describing them as a staple in the community. He says his family heard about 5 to 6 gunshots.
I was one of the first on scene, along with the neighbors, the next door neighbors, actually the two here, before any first responders got here. They've always been super dear friends of ours, and we're going to miss them. Yeah, it's really, really horrible.
It's horrible. It's unbelievable, unimaginable. And then we got another one in Van Nuys. We'll get to that a little later. I hope this isn't the trend. I hope we don't see a lot of this with kids wiping out mom and dad. God, what happened to society? All right, we'll come back and talk with Michael Monks. The city of Los Angeles wants to improve the infrastructure. Do you think it needs it? Well, we'll find out with Monks. We're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.